them question they not ask. So really and truly, the two of them are answer to what they ask them. You can't move from where they ask, you have to answer a question. So the question they're not right. We can't blame them for not talk about it, because I question them answer. Yard for left your yard go work for $17,000 a month a week, you know. Bus fare and lunch money that. I have a question. Are Jamaica now able to sleep with their doors unlocked? Why? Mr. Andrew Holness, I Jamaica, I know Jamaica, you have Andrew Holness have to answer that question because that's impossible. Yes, you have to stay on the topic and answer accordingly. Yeah, is what they ask. Yeah, 100 US a week. No, they can't sleep with them door open again. It's hard. Well, people put liquor on it like you have to go a bar go work from. You work from 10 in the morning until the people say when? 1 o'clock. By right, it's supposed to be 11, but no bar closed at 11. Most bars stay open more, and it's hard to leave your yard from 10 in the morning till 11 at night. Sometime 12, sometime 1 for $20,000. Right now, every bar you walk, you see a sign put up.
Your research into this matter, I respect the question, is incomplete. At the calling of the 2020 general elections, I explained to the public in Parliament that our government actually started work on fixed election date.
But the 6,500 at that time could have helped you. The 6,500 must be fair. The 6,500, when it was 6,500 a week, 20,000 a week, 7 days. The 6,500 in that time, poor people act still never $600 a pound. A $600 a pound with turkey neck. Some place are $650. At that time, turkey neck did very cheap. Everybody could have buy. So now compare it away.
We found that it was inconsistent with our constitutional arrangements, and therefore we did not include it in our 2020 manifesto. It is no longer a part of our platform. More.
Yes, still a Rasta, me can do certain reasoning in a kaya say if it was still 650, then the chicken then the chicken back would not be so dear. So it still not make no sense. 17,000 and they sitting there and raise 10,000% more. It don't really make difference. Come on, speak with a wide mind. At least when you get 6,500, you could have got a supermarket and carry something in your bag. Now if you even get 20,000, you can't carry nothing in your bag. Think about it. 1 pound of onion every $500. In those days, 1 pound of onion every $20. So we can't go backward. Food was a less cost than now. The salary is very low. Not because you're green, you're going to just start there something there. It is wrong. It won't go up. Understand what I say? When you did that level, you could have got a supermarket. So the salary is still low. Because 17,000 can't go in a supermarket and you can't get the whole 17. Remember, bus fare is sky high. Everything is sky high. Thank you. It need to be more for real. Yeah, it's bad. Thank you.
To that, however, is the fact that in seeking to have all of these previous considerations included, we went about putting in place a constitutional reform commission that would bring all the considerations for constitutional reform under an expert review. That expert review was thwarted by the opposition. So, yes, these considerations were considered from 2016, but the reality...
I am talking about myself. You remember the night when the glass dropped out and cut me? I went to the hospital and they had nothing to stitch it. You remember when they tell me if I go to the clinic the next morning and they give me a prescription that the clinic don't have the cream. So I had to buy it at the pharmacy to bring with me to the public clinic. Remember good? So I buy it and went to a private doctor. And when me did go to a clinic, you remember what I get? Me maybe have to come back the next day because it is too full. Plus me have to buy, only thing the clinic are going to provide me is the gauze and the tape. You know better than and then say it free. But you better than that collect something where when you reach you can get one stitches. Me couldn't get none. Because they don't have none in the big hospital of Port Antonio. And they don't have the cream to put on it either. Me have to wait till the next morning and go buy it myself. Suppose me couldn't afford it. Me I talk about myself and what happened to me. And they were nowhere there for me lay down. Remember I was late. They said them have to observe to see if make it stop bleed. You remember? Where did I have to lay? In my car. Suppose me never have a car. To lay down in. How much people have a car? There wasn't even space in the hospital where me could have get to lay down. And they said me can't left. So them put me out in the lunch in a me have to go lie down on one bench where everybody sit pan. It happened to me on live here because I was on live. I had to go in my car and lay there. If I never have a car, I have to lay upon one I bench them and then I give a piece of cotton for disinfect off the bench where everybody sit down pan where they must never lie down pan.
Of our constitutional arrangement made us take a different route, which is to go to a comprehensive constitutional reform, which was frustrated by the opposition.
Over to Mr. Golding to respond. Just before I respond, just to point out that Mr. Holness's data is not current. The Fiscal Commissioner issued a release, I think it was today actually, indicating that with the National System of Accounts being updated, GDP has been adjusted, and we're now at 62% of GDP. That's what they achieved, 60% this fiscal year. No, please, you're not entitled to do that. The flip-flopping from the Prime Minister is manifest. They were supposed to have impeachment. There's no impeachment. Fixed election day, no fixed election day. Ring fencing the NHT, they have taken over $130 billion out of the NHT. Cannot be trusted.
Just reminding that there is a format to the debate and asking the debaters to respect. This question is...
All that shouldn't happen. As a Prime Minister, you shouldn't make they have to tell us that you have to respect the debate. You shouldn't butt in when you're not to butt in. So you not live by rules, so you want we out have to live by rules. You see? You never entitled to chat about the man wife either, but you do it. True, Erica, the health system is very bad. I went to the ER in the US and had to wait outside too. Didn't them have a stitch could I give? The rest of your life? Remember me come home with my face no stitch up. And the next morning me have to go to pharmacy go purchase the things them with stitching. So don't compare. Standing outside is one. But getting the thing is another. We have to be fair, you know. We have to be fair on the level. I was on live.
From Giovanni Dennis, and it goes to Dr. Holness.
Dr. Holness, you said on February 7, 2016 in Sam Sharp Square, Monte Holness.
Mr. Holness, the Integrity Commission in their court filing in the case that you brought to try and strike down the act and eliminate the offense for which you are being investigated, have said that you had money in the Ponzi scheme Olint and you got it out, while others suffered losses. You had money in Cash Plus, another Ponzi scheme where people lost lots of money, you got it out. And of course, you had money in SSL, and you were able to withdraw your money before it collapsed.
Them remember in that comment section I write US or Jamaica, which hospital you talk about, sweetheart? We're taking grandmother to the hospital, which one? US or Jamaica? Ross, I have a question. Where was Edward Siago born? Anybody can answer that? The rest of your life you talk foolishness. 30 years ago it never worse, because you never live on the street. When me and get juke up and chop up and all kind of something and I go to hospital and get through. Jamaica Center, all right, sweetheart. Here? So do not say that rest of your life. It was better. 30 years ago, it was better. I can protest to that. Me get whole heap of ice pick them time. Me get the cut this sudden time. It was a lot better. No, sir. Oh no, sir. Me no want to tell us a lie. Your mother did not tell, but me I tell you. Say, enough stitches me get them time then. Holy. And it works better than now. And a one time me go now. One time me go now and me couldn't get couple stitches in my face. Because there was none in the hospital. And enough me get already. Me show them many times how much ice picking on my back all about. If it was no more than alive. Because the system bad now. Well, it's true. But whole heap me get sweetheart. Whole heap of time me end up there. And it work out better than now. I am talking about myself, you know. If me never get one cut what the if go there, me wouldn't have no talk because me also me no know how it go. Oh, what I am talking about is where I happen right now.
In fact, I would say the only person that Usain Bolt has not been able to catch up with is you. And I want to ask you, how do you think and why do you think the people of Jamaica should trust you to have be in charge of the governance of the country for a third term with that track record and with that cloud hanging over your head?
The leader of the opposition is a liar and cannot be trusted. I lost money in Cash Plus and Olent. However, the PNP accepted and received $1 million from Olent. He has no credibility to talk about the Ponzi scheme. They benefited from the Ponzi scheme to fund their election campaign. He questions my wife's integrity about development. My wife and my family are hardworking Jamaicans. We started off with taxes like many other Jamaicans, and I have worked hard. He has sought to weaponize that. But the people who receive me when I go into the country, they say, Andrew, don't worry. No weapon formed against you shall prosper.
Mr. Golding, your rebuttal.
I made the point that for the Prime Minister and his wife to be in the real estate business when so many of the agencies of government which regulate that business fall under his Ministry of Economic Development and Job Creation creates the possibilities for conflicts of interest, and I stick by that position.
No, you get it wrong, Preservant. You didn't have to pay at the clinic. No, we wouldn't have to buy nothing at the private doctor. Remember, the alive is there. When I went to the clinic in the morning, early too, and there was it full. And I go up to the window and they said me have to wait till all those people, I'm behind all those people. And I say, what you say? Say yes, because the doctor have to look in it to see if any splinter in it. I say, what? But that they asked me to buy the medication to bring to the clinic, not the private doctor. But then when me see how it work, when me go to a clinic, I went to the private doctor. So if I was going to a private doctor, then me didn't have to buy them. Yes, the private doctor did use them. I did have them. So me show him them.
We now invite Dr. Andrew Holness.
Mr. Holness.
The opposition speaks about integrity and trust. He was an advisor to a former Minister of Finance that put in place a policy of high interest rate, for which he acted as a broker for the government.
Remember, you're not pay again, you know. It's the only thing when you say you're not pay, where you're not pay. For true. Because when I go there for register, you used to have to pay. They just give me my docket free and something. Normally before you have to pay. School, when they say free, Ras, and that make your school ain't coming like a private school, cause only for thousands to go. Robert, it's not about bro God or no bro God. I your God or no my God. I have no God away from the true and living God. He's my prime minister, not my God. And we are not warring over here or anything like that. We are having a peaceful discussion. Yes, they say the education system is free, but it is not free. So a lot of money you have to pay to get the child in school. It debate a pine finger, yes. But it's a question them we ask Rasta. So they ask question for pine finger, so finger go pint. The one God that I know is the true and living God that created heaven and earth. Liar tell. Yeah, I love where I deal with them peace. So if it's your God, it's your God. It's only my prime minister. And we can't change that, but he will never be my God. That's why a lot of people don't like me, cause the things that people force upon people. I will not take it. Because I am not, no matter what, I am not going to say is my God. My God is the only God, the true and living God. I will never praise a man nor a woman. For no reason at all. We are all human beings, so it cannot be my God. You know when you swear to somebody and call them your God, what it is?
To invest loans and bonds for which he received a commission of high interest rate, to the point where one of his members described this as the greatest transfer of wealth from the poor to the rich. He, the Topanaris lawyer, has made billions of this, yet he does not disclose this in his integrity report. In fact, he doesn't even have a house in Jamaica. How can we believe you? And do you have assets in overseas companies for which you have not disclosed?
I've disclosed all my assets, and that's why my Integrity Commission declarations are certified. Your allegations are scurrilous and false. You made reference to DBNG, although you didn't call the name. DBNG was a...
You see, it's more a pine finger. House, land, assets. So, Mark holding no own house in Jamaica. I never know that. Only thing I think is too old. You will do one term as Prime Minister and go down the next term. I think him should just come down and give to one younger one. You know, have more chance. I don't know. For comments. I don't know what it signifies. Really. Can somebody, maybe Lady Luscious or Doc, explain that to you or anybody who know what it means? Julieta asks, what does the sign with number 2 beside her name signify? I hear somebody say, how in your comments? I don't know. They will so answer you, sweetheart.
Established in 1992 as an investment firm by 3 young Jamaican entrepreneurs. When the financial sector meltdown occurred some years later, and FinSAC was established as a response to try and protect the savers of this country so they didn't lose their money in their deposits in the banking system and their pensions and so on, DBNG, like other financial firms at the time, had to navigate that carefully to survive. We eventually were approached by a leading international bank, Scotia Bank, who did a thorough due diligence on the company. It's a listed company where we were a listed company from inception. Our audited financial statements are public. Our quarterly financial statements are public. They looked at us inside out and upside down, found nothing, absolutely nothing untoward, and they bought the company. And we have nothing to hide on when it comes to DBNG. I would say, why is your government, having spent $200 million on this commission of inquiry into FinSAC, hiding the FinSAC report? Is it because you and your wife bought a house from somebody who had been FinSAC'd? You're a hypocrite, Andrew Holness, to be accusing me of anything in relation to FinSAC when you have been a direct beneficiary of the losses of somebody who was FinSAC, who lost their home because of FinSAC.
Again, Mr. Gordon, go to attacking my wife when you, according to the Contractor General's report,
Why? We tell us I've been half life politics now. Hey, when they say I'm attack your wife.